Me.
Paso Latino.
Figaro.
Just stop it.
Goro.
This is why I hate my brothers. This is why, because of the Benchmark Podcast, I'm joined by
Brother Wolf.
and he made it once again.
Rev Ross is here in the building.
You ain't had to go all Bruce Buffer. That wasn't necessary.
I mean, I'm trying to be more present.
You're here in the building. You just made... Moving on. At the Benchmark Podcast, we try to go ahead and talk about life experiences and synthesize a positive result. I'm calling it State of the Union. That's not necessarily the most apt term, but we have not been consistent with our recording because real life decided to go ahead and kick us rather hard since the beginning of the year. With him in studio, we want to go ahead and give our love, thoughts, and appreciation. Rev Ross' mother passed earlier this year, and it was not a fun experience.
That's a sucker punch to all of us. Just want to say.
She was a mother to me as well. And if you've ever been a broke college student, when you're trying to combine 2 packs of ramen together for your one meal for the day, she fed me. I will always thank your mother for her love and her kindness. So thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, it's been a rough year starting really early on. So
What was
my brothers were.
What was the date of sunset?
January 27th, 6:30 a.m.
Yeah, like that's stuff you're just not going to not forget. You're just going to remember that one. So dealing with that's been difficult. One good thing though is let's try and go ahead and get some bread on this sandwich. Brother Wolf is now an illustrious homeowner.
Yeah. Fun experience.
Now let's put some more in that sandwich. Guess what that comes with? Moving woes, new furniture, taxes.
Air conditioning went out like in the first 2 weeks of getting the house. Thank goodness we still had a little bit of leftover funds in order to go ahead and handle that. Just 3 days ago, garbage disposal went out.
You can tell me that one.
And so here's the thing. Now I'm sitting up there saying, this is stuff we would have previously called the apartment complex in order to say, hey, send the guy over. Why haven't you sent the guy over yet? Send the guy over. Now it's like, oh shit, we got to pay the guy.
No, you are the guy. So we're going to definitely do a podcast on his woes of home ownership. But already one of the things that I think we could take away from this is when you move, you don't know the expiration date on anything in the house.
Absolutely.
You never know the expiration date. There's a expectation of more time, but it's nowhere near a guarantee.
I have some friends of mine that had very similar problems when they bought their first home, and they've been fighting with it ever since.
Yeah.
So watch out for that. Always try to get the best estimate. Always get your house appraised. Always have someone go ahead and take a look at it. And if you can make sure that you trust those people and you have all that information from them, get a second opinion.
Yeah, definitely get a second opinion. And regardless, I mean, everybody wants to have extra money. It's always easy to say have extra money, but sometimes you just can't make it happen. But,
I mean, we've gone through several, in the span of 2 months since we've gotten the house, we've gone through several different income situations, whereas it was single income, the double income, the single income, back and forth in which we've gone through. So you definitely, whatever kind of buffer you can have, you definitely want to go ahead and have it. The good news was we were prepared for some things. Of course, you can never be prepared for all things. But that meant we had a little bit of buffer. Thank God that we had that, because if we didn't, God knows the kind of situation we'd be in right now.
yeah.
I mean, because it's damn near 100 degrees out there. 100 degrees with the stupidity. I meant humidity. I meant stupidity.
And as someone who's been to the house is very nice. I'm happy for my brother. But you know what's something that also sucks? Since New Orleans is in a bowl, everything has now been built on stilts. That means you have to carry the furniture up stairs.
Yes.
Stairs that are not maneuverable. And the couch is bigger than you.
And I do want to say my brother was the only other person outside of my immediate family that helped us move things up the steps. We hired some independent contractors from the Lowe's parking area. So,
I mean, I'll tell it to you like this. If you need some stuff moved, there's somebody who's willing to go ahead and do it. Somebody. You like one of the reasons I always wanted a
but
truck.
They're a lot more expensive than what they used to be. Let me state that. Don't go there under $100 no more. Don't go to them independent contractors in Lowe's or Home.
You know, like I know, inflation is real.
Yeah, but who'd have thought that was some major inflation when it comes to that?
Now, speaking of, what we're doing right now is we're on a lavalier mic. We still have the old setup, but we're trying something new just to see how it goes because it seems the gain is adjusted and the volume such that we come through stronger now.
Yes.
So we're trying to see what positivity we can get. If you want to have any feedback, hit us up at the Real Benchmark Podcast at gmail.com.
The last few episodes you'll find have been recorded on this. You will definitely see a difference in between the two. So definitely let us know what your favorite is.
Because if we need to go back to the old one, we will. But this seems to be more convenient and quicker and more mobile.
Oh, thanks to that guy that happened to have seen this first.
Take your flowers, take your bow. Take your bow.
Take your bow. With it, on the clock app, as a brother would say.
Take your bow. Just take your bow.
Thank you.
He took his bow. But yes, no, by all means, he did a good job on this one, and it makes it easier for us. And if it's coming through, the only thing we're concerned about is the inherent battery life of the device. It's not AC powered, so it will fail at some point. You know what I mean? But at the same time, all things have an expiration date, right?
Correct.
So, moving on, personal job woes from Y&B Collins. You know how people just can't do right no matter what you do? And it doesn't matter if it's a coworker or management or whatever. I've just been going through the biggest headache to where instead of working an 8-hour shift, it becomes a 9.5, 10-hour shift because I'm picking up the slack for somebody else. And by the time it's time to record, I'm not a human being anymore and I've got to cancel. So as a small business and we're a management-owned company, we have to do everything in-house. And we don't have the budget that some of the other podcast companies have. So for those of us who are supporting, we love you. We thank you.
And we have some stuff in the pipeline. We have some stuff that we're working on. So don't worry, we haven't forgotten about y'all. Yeah, we got some stuff coming up.
There are definitely irons in the fire being molded into something wonderful. Fingers crossed.
Knock on wood, whatever you want to call it. But the point being is that we're trying to make Benchmark bigger and better, just like hopefully every day you're trying to improve yourself as well. You know what I mean? But sometimes you have to have a sacrifice, and that sacrifice was not recording to make sure our personal lives were okay. Now, on top of that, we all know the young lady, but myself and Rev Ross were definitely closer. We had a friend who just passed. I thought I was out of tears, and I sobbed. I really sobbed, and it hurt. And as an ordained minister, I never thought one of the words I'd ever say was, let me go ahead and officiate this celebration of life. I never thought I'd be saying that. But that one made me realize time is not on your side. And that's why we're pushing that much harder to go ahead and expand Benchmark's footprint. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And it's just one of those where I love doing this with my brothers. I really do. We get to come together, and I wouldn't say under the guise of work, because it is work. We get together and do something we love.
And y'all don't know this. The roots of Benchmark really were founded, I'd say, almost about 20 years ago. Matter of fact, definitely about 20 years ago, when we all went to the same university with each other. We used to meet each other in the main building at said university.
The University Center, yeah.
Yeah, the University Center. And there were, maybe about 8 of us back then.
Depends on who you call in the group. We're not going to throw names out there,
But yeah,
you knew who we were and where we sat.
and really, the foundations of this particular discussion group and everything like that me and my brothers formed in order to go ahead and talk about things before I'm doing then. Y'all, you actually did were introduced to one of them. We had Jeezy on the podcast.
Yeah.
We had him on and that was one of the group that used to hang out, all that time, and we used to have these discussions. And if y'all would have been around back then, y'all would have agreed with how me and my 2 brothers' mom said y'all should have been did this, and everything like that, because she said, "Oh, y'all have been famous."
Shout out to Jeezy, by the way.
Yeah.
Jeezy, if you're listening, we love you, brother.
And I will say this, though. One of the things that I want to go ahead and push forward is that I've said it before, this podcast is a love letter to the younger generation so they don't make the mistakes we did. And to our family and friends specifically, but to the world at large. There's no reason to mess up when you have a perfectly good map right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't.
Correction. There's no reason to repeat the mistakes that we have made. Go make new ones.
Yeah.
Oh, fair.
Make new mistakes and then give them the map that you were shown, and then draw a map for them, for the younger generations under you. So as we keep growing, it gets easier for each successive generation to be successful, because the world is not making it easier anymore.
Yeah. And the world also owes you nothing. That's one of the things that people forget.
Mm-hmm.
If we did not have civilization, nature can be kind of cruel mistress, But I will also say this. One of the easiest ways to fail is by not communicating with others. No man's an island. No person's an island. No whatever. You need help. You can't do it yourself. Case in point, moving the furniture. Or I can't go ahead and do everything by myself. I have a door person that helps me when I'm bartending. Or I just need to go ahead and howl at the moon. And sometimes my brothers are the moon. So that way I can get out, recharge, and be relevant in the world once again.
How did you tell me before? I think it was, how do you kick and it is the weakest part of your game and you have the lead and you have how many seconds left in the game?
Oh, he's making fun of the fact that as a football coach, there was a choice that I just was like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? We got control. Why are we giving it up?
Oh, it's been a Lemony Snicket had decided to be my life. Just all the unfortunate events. I didn't want any of it, but it was there and it was going to keep happening. But yeah, so it looks like there's a potential upswing as far as we got a house with Brother Wolf. Rev Ross has a new car and is looking for new job opportunities. Might be moving back to New Orleans. Might be moving on. We'll still stay in touch with him. I might be getting a car. I might be getting a new job opportunity as well. I might not be a bartender anymore, but we'll see. You know what I mean? But as it goes, I apologize for not going ahead and being as consistent, but I'm only human.
Same thing. Somebody once said in a great song, I'm only human. After all, don't put the blame on me.
But, we do have to take that blame so that way we get better.
Yeah.
If you don't have accountability, you can never grow. You're always going to think you're a 10 and wonder why people are not engaging with you. You know what I mean? Rev, you look like, besides nodding, you have something. No, don't give me the people's eyebrow. You have something on your mind.
I mean, I always have something on my mind. I'm always thinking about something.
Pertinent.
Pertinent? No. It's accountability is important. Yes, We need to be honest with ourselves and everyone else. Something my mom used to tell me all the time: you can lie to the entire world, but don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
So, just being honest with ourselves that we aren't the perfect beings we wish we were, but the goal is always perfection. We're not supposed to. I don't think we'll ever reach it as a species, but the goal is always reach for it.
Yeah. Reach for the brass ring. Always try to better yourself. So yeah,
So, and that's kind of what we kind of espouse here at Benchmark. So, always do better.
at least try for it. You know what I mean? But with that said, is it closing time, gentlemen?
Think it's closing time, bro.
With that said, this is YNB Collins.
Brother Wolf.
And Rev Ross.
Sorry for us not being as consistent, but we're trying to go ahead and up the game. Thank you much, guys.
Thank you for listening to the Benchmark Podcast, a product of Benchmark Media, LLC. We would like to remind our listeners that the views and opinions expressed are strictly the views and opinions of each individual and does not reflect the stance of Benchmark Media. Any opinion stated is not to be construed as professional advice or help. Our intro and outro music
we all
is
wearing
Acid
pants.
Trumpet by Kevin MacLeod, licensed under Creative Commons. Contact us at therealbenchmarkpodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you, Kevin.
Or our website, www.therealbenchmarkpodcast.com.
Yes.
Donate to us, paypal.me/benchmarkmediallc,
Please.
or the Cash App, $TheRealBenchmark. Thank you very much.
Okay, you can buy him a drink on this one.
Just this one?